tell us a little bit more about the foundational piece, about the calm.
Okay,
so calm parent. That was my favourite part of the book, is my favourite part of the book.
Thank you. So communication is everything, isn't it?
Yep. So acronym number 1, C for communication.
C for communication. So, and it's also bodily communication with them. So it's not only just the tone of your voice or the way that you're speaking to them, but always, even from a baby, like when a baby's born, they can't take their eyes off you. And then once they start running around, all that sort of changes. And then so many families I go into, I see them looking at, their phone while they're saying to, go and get your shoes, go and do this, don't do that. While they're looking at a device. So children then do the same thing. They're looking at something else while they're yelling something back at you or ignoring you. And so it's just a really bad way to try and connect or have a relationship if you can't communicate well. So putting a lot of effort into that is really important. Even like with your preteens, if they're, starting to get moody and whatever, watch them change when you smile every time they walk into the room, or you touch them on the shoulder when they walk past you, or ruffle their hair, or just say something sweet to them. They melt, and they stop wanting to be your enemy or wanting to push you out of their lives. All of a sudden, they want to start telling you about what's going on for them. And if they can't talk to you and if you can't be there for them, it's pretty lonely, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes. Their advice is coming from another kid the same age or heaven knows who, their perspective on the world isn't, can't end up being the one that is best for them. And it's our job to make sure that we make them the best, well-balanced person we can, so then they can go off into the world and discover it and do all the things that they want to do. But we need to give them the foundation. But I always say having children is the best personal development course you'll ever do.
I think you're right. I think you're right there.
We're growing with them. We're changing and moving and becoming our best selves because we want to be that for them. So that's the sort of job. So we're up to seek for communication. And A is for attention. So you've got to make sure that you can see if they're upset, or you can see if things in the home aren't working. You've got to really wake up and have a good look and get conscious, because a lot of us are going on autopilot, either parenting like our parents or the opposite because we didn't like what they did, or, parenting from some style we read online somewhere, don't say no to the child and be careful, they're fragile and you could hurt their feelings, But look, they're tough and they're resilient and they want you to be honest and real with them. And they want to know what you've got to teach them, so they can get out there and conquer the world. So, have a look and see if what you're doing is working. Are your children happy? Are they respectful? Are they growing and being their best selves? How are they with other people? Be attentive. And that's really very important. The next one is L for leadership. So you can't run your family if you can't be a great leader. And you can't have great kids to be part of your team if they don't see a leader that they want to listen to. So you do have to have a look at what you're doing and see if you do need to raise your voice a little bit more or settle it down a little bit more. We don't want to be overreactive. Think, what are the qualities of a great leader? And then be that. The qualities of caring about everybody in the team and being there for them and teaching them how to, listen and how to try things they don't want to try. So leadership's important, and that's one of the personal development things we need to be aware of and make sure that we do for ourselves. And then the M is for management, and that's a really big job as well, because we've got to manage the house. We've got to manage all the kids' school stuff. We've got to manage their clothes, their food, the meals, the washing, this, that. So you need your team to get on board with you and help, and not just, a small amount of, oh, I brought the washing in for you. No, darling, fold it and put it in the drawers where it belongs. Thank you for that. But, I need you to do a bit more. I'm cooking dinner. I've picked you up from ballet. I've done this and I've done that. And so helping children to go, oh, yeah, okay, like that, they're going to feel things they don't want to do. And they're going to think, oh, I don't really want to do that. And you can acknowledge that with them, because we all have negative feelings, but acknowledge them, step through them, come out the other end, and then get on with it, And for a single mother with 3 children, running businesses and all the rest of it, that's how I've had to live my life raising my children. And I've loved it. So if I can help other mums, particularly because I'm a mum, but if dads do the same thing, it'll prove with the right result, the same result. Take charge, run your family with love and affection and discipline, and everyone's going to thrive and contribute to the world and be the best person they can be.
And I know you've identified a particular group of people in need, and that is the recently divorced people.
Yes.
People sort of straddling. You've got kids straddling 2 different parenting styles, potentially, and all of the difficulties there. So that's, I think, just a fabulous, it's an awareness on your part, of course, but you've been there, done that, haven't you?
I have. But wouldn't it be great if they both read the book and could see, yes, that could actually work with my kids. Let's do it together. Wouldn't that change the world?
You bet.
Yeah, how many children are going, oh, Dad let us do this, or Mum wouldn't, and but how lovely if people worked together every time they had a separation.